Bonsoir tout le monde. Mon fait le speech en anglais avant, après nous continuons en français, en créole. Okay, wait. Good evening, British Chagossian, Honorable Minister, Football, and our distinguished guests. My name is Marie Vanessa Mandarin Kalu, and I represent the Bayard citizen supporting British Chagossian arriving in the UK who seek refuge from the distressing condition by the government in Mauritius. The ongoing situation there is really hard. Citizens facing significant hardship of its government. Both the Mauritian government tactic and the current UK government plan for integrating Chagossian need urgent revision. The Chagossian community required a streamlined and supportive pathway for integration into the UK, allowing them to find safety and begin anew. Tonight, I speak on behalf of all British Chagossians who long for a better future for themselves and their children. Qui nous permet un bon futur pour nos enfants et aussi pour nous-mêmes. Numéro 5. Better future for themselves and their children, backed by local and national government support. Qui nous permet entendre UK government faire pour nous. The babies get nous. The babies support nous. The babies faire nous retourner dans le pays en tant que British citizens. New finance, all the finance should be found as British. We also assert our desire to return to the British Indian Ocean Territory as British Overseas Territory citizens and claim our right to self-determination. Prior to law, the Bayard Faith platform, we received numerous concerns about the lack of awareness regarding the peril faced by Chagossian in Mauritius, Seychelles, and even here in the UK. Despite reaching out to various councils and officials, many remain unaware of our existence and struggle. Although we raise concern with the media and government, our voices have often been ignored. My brother, Louis Misley Mandarin, and my other brother, Louis Isti Mandarin, along with myself, and fellow Chagossian that was helping, like Jerome, there was Rosie, and Ivan, share a vision for our people to integrate into British society, pursue education, and secure a prosperous future for the generation to come. However, this vision does not resonate with everyone. We have been oppressed in a host country, state by Mauritian criminal code, and criminalized pride in our British identity by recognizing UK sovereignty over Bayard. We recall time past when the UK government offered adult evening class for Chagossian to learn English. Ce qui me veut dire là, quand anglais tu prends Chagos, il remove nous ancêtre, il t'amène les Maurice. Je te donne l'éducation, je te donne nos parents pour gagner evening class. Vous allez apprendre anglais. Maurice, il retient ça en nous. À cause de ça même qui nous est natif, pas capable de communiquer en anglais. Okay. We record time pass when the UK government offer adult evening class for Chagossian to learn English. Regrettably, this initiative was discontinued after Mauritian independence, further suppressing our community in Mauritius again. We declare, we proud that we are British Chagossian and we wish to remain so. Qui nous était, nous British Chagossian et nous n'avons pas British? This is the voice of Chagossian. We declare, we proud that we are British Chagossian and wish to remain British. The treaty between the Mauritian and UK government over over British Indian Ocean Territory, Chagos Island, must stop. Qui nous a dit, ça traité anglais avec Maurice là, il stoppé? Mauritius face rampant corruption, murder cover-up, and retribution for opposing such corruption. We, the British Chagossian, disavow this and seek to preserve our British identity. As we gather together today, we must voice the continuous suffering we endure. We require the support of UK Council to integrate into British society while we work toward our return to Bayard, bringing with us the principle of human rights and British culture. Est-ce qu'ils sont d'accord en moi qui tout le council dans l'Angleterre peut bien reconnaître nous en tant que British Chagossian et nous quand nous vivons dans un local government? Thank you for joining us today. Please record, share, and raise awareness on social media about our birthright of self-determination and the resettlement in Bayard as proud British citizens. Thank you. I will just pass to my son. He has something to say to you guys. Thank you.
Hello, is Mylene Augustin here? Mylene? Yeah, thank you, Mylene. If you'd like to come up, we'd like you to speak now. So can we have a warm welcome for Mylene as well, please? Please come on up.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming and your support. My name is Caden. I am 7 years old and I am the next generation of Bayard. I do not agree with the treaty between the Mauritian government and the UK on Bayard. We need to have the right to decide our futures. Bayard is British and need to remain so. We need to help the British Chagossian communities. I hope we can count on all your support. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Esther Ono. I was the first of my family to be born in the UK, outside the British Indian Ocean Territory, Chagossian Island. I carry forward the legacy of my father, Arab Ono, who is originally from Diego Garcia. He often spoke the struggles he faced in Mauritius, where discrimination severely limited his work opportunities. Due to the financial pressures, he could not continue his education beyond primary school, as he needed to support his family. My grandfather owned a boat, and he would often say that if we would be able to stay in Diego Garcia, he could have taught me fishing and we could have explored the outer islands together. He believed that without the oppression we face in the host country, our educational and personal growth can be far greater. Thank you for contributing to the history of the self-determination of British Chagossians.
Bonsoir à tous. Hi everyone. We are here to continue the job, the fight for a lady called Saleja Alexi, who was beaten by the Mauritian police in Mauritius and go to prison. We need to have a respect for her and never forget her fight. We are here, and then we, the Chagossian voices, we create this group, this platform to unite everyone, all the group to work together to fight for our rights. Is why we went to USA in the UN and Switzerland to look for our self-determination. I'm so happy today because everyone understands the self-determination. This is for our right. And then we are here to say stop this discrimination, this division. Let our voice hear and let's work together to the future of our island. This is our heritage. Let's work together for the future, for our generation. And we want our self-determination and work together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, the next speaker I would now like to introduce is a Member of Parliament. Can we give a very warm welcome to Wendy Morton MP? Wendy, over to you. Welcome.
Thank you, Philip, and good evening, everybody. First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to Philip and his team and the Friends of the British Overseas Territory for organising this evening. But most of all, I want to start by saying thank you to all of you for being here so that we can hear your voices, and I hope that the government will be listening to your voices too. I understand that you have travelled from Manchester, from Crawley, and no doubt from other parts of the UK too, so well done to you for coming along. And I know that the number of speeches here and the number of you in the audience clearly and rightly demonstrates the strength of feeling that you and we all have on this really important matter. The decision of the new government to surrender the British Indian Ocean Territory is simply wrong. It's the wrong decision for the UK's defence and security interests. It's the wrong decision for you, the Chagossians, and with very little, if any, attention being paid to the decision of those of you who have a direct heritage or a family link to Chagos. All of this is wrong. And of course, this comes at a time when the world is more dangerous than at any other point in our lifetimes. There's a war in Europe. There's serious instability in the Middle East. And so in agreeing to give away this key strategic asset in the Indian Ocean This new government in the UK is ending, as you know, more than 200 years of British sovereignty. It's a strategic position right in the centre of the Indian Ocean. It's unmatchable. And as we know, it houses our one and only military base in the Indo-Pacific. But what alarms me as well is the speed at which this government took this decision and the way it was slipped out in Parliament, which was in our parliamentary recess, and I do question for whose benefit was that. Was it the electoral timetable of the governing party in Mauritius? But also what really alarms me is the government's failure to publish a treaty on its deal with Mauritius. That means for those of us in our parliament in the House of Commons, we are being kept in the dark about what has actually been agreed. That cannot be right. What consultation did the government have with you, the Chagossian people? Yeah, what safeguards has the government put in place to stop China establishing itself on the outer islands of the British Indian Ocean territory? And fundamentally, what has happened to the principle of self-determination and the welfare for all those affected? The future of the islands, the territory, it should surely be in your hands, because that surely is what self-determination is all about. Now, we know we have a new president-elect in the US. Much has been said about that, and I think we're all eagerly awaiting his views. But in the meantime, it should be incumbent on this government in the UK to listen to your views. And I really hope that the government is listening to the speeches that I know have been made here this evening and will continue to be made. And I'm pretty certain that you will keep on fighting for what is absolutely so important. And remember, you do have friends in Parliament. Thank you for being here.